Housing Opportunities Made Equal, or HOME, is a nonprofit fair housing organization. Our mission is to eliminate illegal housing discrimination and create stable, integrated communities for all people. We want everyone to have access to an accessible and affordable place to call home. Decades of historical policies and practices, individual acts of discrimination that put up barriers that say, oh, I'm sorry, I just rented that apartment to someone who's of color. Or, I'm sorry, we don't want kids here. Or it's barriers like appraisers or lenders saying, oh, I'm so sorry you don't qualify. All of those are acts of discrimination that still exist in our community and put up barriers to allowing everyone the opportunity to choose where they want to live.
Housing discrimination is still prevalent and still real today. I'm a first-generation college graduate, and I worked very, very hard to make sure that I was able to have generational wealth be passed down to my kids. And so we bought a home. And that opportunity to be able to pass down generational wealth was almost taken away from us by an appraiser who refused to appraise our house at the accurate value. Our house was appraised at $100,000 less than what it was supposed to be appraised at. When we made our house look white and appear white, our house appraised for $10,000 over what the asking price was. Whitewashing is where you take away things that strip away your identity. So I am Black. There's going to be Black dolls in my house. There's going to be Black hair products. And so in order to make my house look white, I took down my kids' Black stick figures. I hid my girls' dolls. I took down pictures. I hung up a quilt on the wall. I changed out all of my pictures to be all of my white neighbors' pictures. So that way my house, when you walked into it, did not appear to be Black. It looked as if white people lived in my home. I was blessed to be able to fight housing discrimination. However, there may be people that do not have the same opportunities and access that I do to be able to fight housing discrimination. And that's what Housing Opportunities Made Equal is here to do, to be able to help support you through those situations.
Housing Opportunities Made Equal is an agency that is here to help the underserved community who has limited resources find and file complaints once they feel that they have been discriminated against. I was able to walk beside a client who needed a generator because of power outages in the community that she needed because she has a machine that keeps her breathing at night. We could not get the homeowners association, the president, or the management company to grant the reasonable modification. It was a flat-out denial. This complaint went to the Attorney General's office. As a result, the client was able to get monetary damages. She was able to get the modification to have the generator. She was able to have less stress and security that once she went to sleep, she would not lose power and she would be able to breathe through the night.
Housing Opportunities helped advocating for me by being there to listen when I called. They were able to ask me questions in terms of what my particular disability or disabilities are. They supported me completely to let me know what my rights were, and they also let the Home Association know that they were in violation of those rights. Home is such an important organization for our communities. If you're renting or if you're living in a home association and your rights are being violated, Home is an important organization to help to advocate for homeowners. Without Home, I think it would just be quite challenging because oftentimes most people don't even know where to turn.
In 1968, we set out with the mission to help those most vulnerable individuals. Home spends a great deal of time in the community, educating the community councils, partnering with other organizations to establish a code of ethics that mandates that fair housing is equal, fair housing is affordable, and fair housing is available to all.